So, good day. Your attention is offered a report of the topic. Business information system for forecasting raw material stocks for the production of flexible packet. Information technologies affect the activity of a specific enterprise, which allows implementation of the task of managing production process. To improve the information support of the system of forecasting orders for raw materials and demand for goods. The problem of determination demand for products and service is of interest of the international scientific community and enterprise management size. It is effective tool for increasing economic profits and competitiveness of enterprise. Typically, most companies, due to the data privacy policies, do not publicly disclose their methodologies they used to create the safe forecast, making it difficult to learn and analyze this method. The goal is to develop a specialized information system for forecasting and ordering raw materials, allowing the optimization of the material stocks and the reduction of the risk of under-fulfillment of order is finished product. A task. Based on the analysis of current state of the problem, a review of literature sources, a develop of architecture of information systems that would allow solving the problem of forecasting raw material stocks. Research data arrays contained in the raw material warehouse according system. Find the optimal ratio of the weight function coefficient, check the relevance of resulting model on real data using the example of flexible packaging production. Three types of demand forecast: short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Factor of action forecasting: seasonality of goods, consumer trends, price, current inventory levels, and product availability. Sale of orders, select forecasting period, competition of the market, and geography. Based on the predictions of market fluctuations, demand trends, change in consumer capacity. On other extent factor, enterprise will able to monitor contingency plans, reduce potential risk, and report of dynamic change in advance. Review of the existing forecasting software solution. Let's consider the existing information system for forecasting demand, sale, orders. When choosing software for forecasting sales of orders in companies, many factors should be taken into account. It should include the total cost of the select information system, its reliability, high quality support, the ability to use all functions before making a decision. The best software platform in 2024 for sales forecasting are presented on this slide. Information technology affects the activity of a specific enterprise, which allow implementation of the task of managing the production processes to improve the information support of the system of forecasting order for raw materials and demand for goods. Demand forecasting in raw material supply planning ensure reducing this shortage of raw materials, namely ensuring the required number of stocks, avoiding exciting stocks, avoiding unnecessary costs for storage of raw material of goods, planning production schedule, competition price of goods, planning the personal cost, and if necessary, redistribution of resources during period of sale have. Reducing the duration of order fulfillment time, assessment of future income from product sale, cash flow management, substitutions of new inventions, and enterprise expansion plan, in creating the level of service satisfaction and customer loyalty. Consider the process of planning orders of raw materials for the production of packaging product. The production process of a packaging film has many stages. Secondly, the specific order production is stretched over time and require accurate planning of a production process. The derivation of the stage of production from the norm is termed is quality of postponement of the production of a product due to the lack of raw materials. Will lead to material and recuperation losses. The information system consists of raw material warehouse according subsystem, primary information generation subsystem SAP-R3 with Oracle database, and analytical forecasting subsystem and data analysis and visualization subsystem. In figure 5. The essence of raw materials control come down to constant monitoring of raw materials balances in warehouse and forecasting order of base a film of some time ahead since the delivery of raw materials is done is stretched from 2 weeks or several months. Forecasting related constant always gives a more stable results for the production of the finished product. To forecast irregular random orders as stochastic models can be used, which will analyze the production and sell the finished product over a very long period. For example, within the last year, in terms of generation type, the basque film and the model will take into account the enterprise asset manager who can contribute during the quantities into the model to improve the and refine the final predictions. The active table provides information of the production of finished product for the year by month. We can view active orders that are currently being processed, as well as available forecast and flexible packing productions volume for the next 3 months. Managers can analyze the quantities and make necessary adjustments for the monthly forecast. The program automatically takes into number of available balance of raw materials in warehouse, the ordered quantity, and the request quantity according to forecast. The corresponding result is reflected in the breakdown of order of raw materials and finished product. The lack of raw materials is displayed with a minus sign and tinted a pink. For product, a special utilization ratio in entered, which is recorded as a percentage. For product with a high utilization ratio, the program gives a more successful forecast of raw materials orders. For products with a low utilization ratio, the decision of the manager and deceiver factor are the raw materials. Human factor is the person take of the final decision. The status of field provide patterns, a recommendation regarding order and quality of raw materials. The field has recommendations native and field based on the wide function programmed in SQL that taken into account the utilization rate. The facilitated decision making of the information raw material orders on the warehouse. An analytical model is used by the on a weighting functions with given the degree of complaints with the order in percent. The higher the percent, the more relevant and raw material film is for ordering both for production need and for stock picking. The weight function result the degree of relevance. It's a coefficient of used coef use. Round The verbal description is provided in the status column. It contains recommendation included the recommendation quantity need for ordering raw materials for stock. The following weighting function from rating ranges is used for verbal description of use, where around the rounding function, coefficient is for in the formula on is an assumption for contribution of calculation forecast and manages a quality effect in the higher weighted function. Figure 4 show in the form of the graph the use of materialized film of the raw materials for the manufacture of finished product or flexible packing based on it. The blue graph shows the actual usage of metal raw over the past year. The red graph shows the planned number of products that needed to be produced by month. The gray graph shows the forecast number of raw material show material by month with the forecasting from current month on the next 3 months. The forecast model included statistical actual data from previous months and forecasted quantity of required raw materials, which manages predict manual the month of September of the moment it is written as the article does not have the fullness of actual and planned value. Accordingly, we see a decline of the graph. The forecast schedule has positive trend for the next 3 months. Trends in the use of raw materials are followed in the completely similar ways in figure in screen. An information system based on SQL Server and MS Excel has been developed which implement approach to solving the problem of optimization, order, and raw materials balance in warehouse. Analytical decision-making mechanism based on the weight function and provides of the degree of raw materials relevance for the order has been proposed. Recommendations have been given for choosing weighting function coefficient. The researchers' result have been implementation in a business progress in the enterprise entities in the production on flexible packing. The advantages of this system, it is a user-friendly interface in a particular and adversary component regarding the need and the number of orders. Thank you.
Thank you. Very interesting report. And now time for questions and answers. In this case, I have questions. Are you considering multiply supplier for one materials to reduce risk of disruption with supply chain for these materials from one suppliers?
You might deliver rest from raw materials from Central Europe. We have,
for instance,
and we have shipping product from Ukraine, Azerbaijan, and Kazakhstan.
Understand. And does your model take into account disruption of one of this supply chain? If you can't buy material from win supplier. I try to understand. We use free various suppliers for one materials, and in this case, one of these ways we can't use. No, for instance, from Ukraine, for example, in this case, your model in this case redistribute ordering with another one suppliers.
It's another problem. In our product, we have task in terms of delivery. When we order so that there are no delays. Because we have a balanced current inventory levels.
Yes, I understand. In this case, we use another rules.
Yes.
Thank you for your answers. And another questions? No questions. And next report. It's Yuri or